This is the case before the Beuropolis Court of Human Rights involving the NGO All Lives Matter, who are the applicant representing Gustav Cook and 900 asylum seekers, against the state of Legacy, who is the respondent in this matter. This case raises critical human rights issues related to immigration policies, technological surveillance, gender identification, and economic sanctions. Beuropolis is a diverse continent with 55 states, including the wealthy state of Legacy and the impoverished state of the Republic of Amarda. Legacy, a former colonial power, has strong economic and political influence over its neighbouring states, including Amarda and Chitauri, both of which struggle with poverty, climate change, and security threats from a militant group called the Revengers. Due to escalating violence and economic hardship, an increasing number of asylum seekers from Amarda and Chitauri are attempting to migrate to Legacy, often taking dangerous routes across the Afropolis Sea. In response, Legacy enacted the Legacy First Immigration Act, which imposes stringent migration restrictions and introduces AI-powered border surveillance, particularly targeting individuals from so-called suspect states. This policy has disproportionately affected Afropolisians while favouring migrants from Bundai, a state in the north of Beuropolis engaged in military conflict with another Beuropolis state, Torment. The key issues raised are whether Legacy's immigration policies, including the Legacy First Immigration Act, have significantly restricted asylum opportunities for Afropolisians. The government justifies this on the national security ground, particularly following an attack in 2024 that killed 8,000 people. However, All Lives Matter argues that these policies violate international refugee conventions as they effectively deny asylum based on nationality and economic status. Whether Legacy's implemented AI-driven border control measures which store biometric data in the immigration facial repository constitute a violation of privacy, especially when one considers a data breach that occurred in 2024, which revealed that thousands of biometric records were accessed by third parties, and also taking into cognizance reports that indicate that these systems push migrants towards more dangerous routes, resulting in increased fatalities. The issue of gender identity and human rights. Gustav Cook, a transgender woman, had her permanent residency revoked after criticizing Legacy's policies. She was detained at depot and subjected to mistreatment due to Legacy's legal stance, which recognizes only binary gender identities. Cook argues that her treatment violates fundamental human rights, including protections against discrimination. Lastly, the legality of the Legacy's imposed economic sanctions on Amarda and Chitauri to counter the Revengers, which ultimately restricts trade and tourism. The Revengers are a terrorist group that emerged from Chitauri. These measures have exacerbated poverty and instability in Amarda. Similarly, Bundai imposed sanctions on Amarda, severely impacting access to food and healthcare. The legality of these sanctions under international law is currently under challenge. In terms of legal proceedings, All Lives Matter previously challenged the Legacy's First Immigration Act in the domestic court, but was unsuccessful. The High Court ruled that there was no constitutional issue and that the Refugee Convention does not mandate protection for climate or economic migrants. Following the failure of domestic remedies, All Lives Matter approached the Beuropolis Court of Human Rights on June 1, 2025, raising the following 4 claims. 1. Legacy's immigration policy violates its international obligations. 2. Legacy's technological surveillance and autonomous algorithmic processing of asylum and refugee claims violate fundamental human rights. 3rd, Legacy's policy on gender identification is inconsistent with its human rights obligations. And finally, Legacy's unilateral imposition of sanctions on Chitauri and Amarda violates its international obligations.